Nigeria should be divided, Ayo Adebanjo called President Muhammadu Buhari. President Buhari told to divide Nigeria into its original units immediately. Leader of a leading Yoruba sociocultural group, Afenifere, Chief Ayo Adebanjo, has called on President Muhammadu Buhari to, without further delay, break the country into its original units if he does not want to restructure. The other statement said that Nigeria should be broken so that each group goes to its place and enjoy peace. He emphasized that the constitution foisted on the people had been the cause of the nation's problems. According to him, there has been disobedience to rule and illegal detention of persons who speak out against the government of the day. When a court gives an instruction and you don't obey, when you ask people to be detained without trial, you obstruct the rule of law. That is unfortunate, Adebanjo said. We are moving towards anarchy, except we want to deceive ourselves. The court that is supposed to be the sanctuary of the common man has been desecrated, and yet the people who should protest keep quiet. We are already in anarchy. Have I not been vindicated? I have not changed from the position or that position at all. Anarchy has taken over in this country. We must return the country to true federalism, where the regions should be autonomous and let everybody be ruled according to the dictates of his place. Then this culture of autocracy and authority over everybody would be stopped. It is because of this culture of autocracy that the president doesn't want to do anything to change the constitution. Since the president doesn't want to go back to a constitution we agreed on at independence, it is better everybody goes to his area and enjoy peace. I have said it and I have challenged him and he has not denied. And as I said, why should he hesitate to go back to the constitution we had at independence, which was approved by Azikiwe, Awolowo and Sardauna? And I said he can never be more intelligent, more educated than Sardauna, and he has not told us why he would not go back to that constitution. So what is the problem? If he is serious about keeping this country together in unity, in peace, let's restructure and go back to true federalism, and every other other thing is just going to go round the clock. That is where I am. That since it has turned this way, let this country break and let everybody go to his place and have peace. I have told the president to go back to the interview I had with Vanguard before he was elected, and I have been vindicated in all that I said in the interview. Honestly, this is serious. There's a saying that if you are going to a place and the place is not is not moving, or maybe it's not what you think, instead of moving forward, you just have to go back to where you are coming from. At least you still know your destination. I think that's the case of Payo Adebanjo. It might be so or not really like that, but I just feel that everybody is tired. Everybody is really tired because people were like, oh, why is he talking now? Okay, when PDP was there, why is it that this issue of a breakup agitation was not there? Why are people coming out now? Of course, it has already been, because he said go back to the interview before even the president was elected. So, in my opinion, if we really want to look at this whole thing, what is going to work? Because, like I always say, talk about a restructuring. They will say, "Lie, forget it." That term restructuring, that word restructuring, it means different things to different people. Then you now ask them, what is the real definition of restructuring? What do you understand even as a party? Because they are trying to deny that they don't understand what it means. They don't understand what they are talking about. But when it comes to when somebody uses the word revolution, oh, they interpret it so well because they know that it's not really favoring them. So they really want to hinge on that one. But when it comes to something that is going to be of benefit to the masses, they will tell you it means different things to different people. And people have come out that, why are you trying to hide the whole truth? So that being said, talk about restructuring, they will tell you, no, nothing like restructuring. People say, okay, go back to, let's let everybody be on their own. They will say, for where, the unity of the country cannot be compromised, cannot do this, cannot do that. Okay, Some people was now say, okay, if that's what you mean, okay, let us talk about this one Nigeria you are talking about. And that is what they are really clamoring for. That is what they really want. But that is what we are experiencing now, because some people say, oh, those who are clamoring for breakup, by the time if there's separation, if everybody goes different, their own different way, that some people will suffer, some people will not suffer. And they said, let us suffer. What is your business? Why are you crying more than the bereaved? Let them suffer. Let us suffer if we are going that way. At least people have not really experienced that, but people have already made up their mind that definitely if it comes to wars, that they are going to cope with it. Don't be sorry for them. They talk about restructuring. They say, no, it's not going to work. We've not really, of course, that restructuring has been tried before and people saw the way it went. And I don't know how the whole thing just still, it was really interrupted. Now, the one that we have practiced for a very long time, which is this one Nigeria we are talking about, how far have we gone with it? How far has it helped us? How far has it, molded us? Yes, this one Nigeria is good for some people, not for everybody. And the people who are really enjoying this one Nigeria, I think they are just, maybe they are just, if they are 5%, I don't think they are up to 5% of the population, or 3%, between 2 or 3%, they are the ones enjoying this so-called one Nigeria. And some people are on the waiting that let this set leave and so that we will go in. Now, if 5% of the population is enjoying this one Nigeria, then it makes no sense. It makes no sense. We have problems here and there. We have problems here and there. But the question is that if Buhari is going to leave, if he leaves, definitely he has to leave. He must leave according to constitution after 2023. If somebody else comes, and if we have somebody that is going to do the needful, that is going to go with what the people want, that will go with the way things are supposed to go, are we still going to be calling for breakup? Are we still going to be calling for restructuring? But in my own opinion, I feel that, I don't know whether people are thinking that this man is going to be there forever. And that was why I said after 2023, another thing can happen. But the fear of people now, the fears of people is that there is a system on ground. There is a system in ground. And a lot of people are waiting for them to fill in that gap after 2023. And the trend is going to go like that because they are going to still do worse. And I think that's why, that is the angle people are looking at it from. Because I asked that question, that if Buhari finishes his tenure and somebody who is going to do the bidding of Nigeria comes in, how is he going to, how are they going to be talking about? And the person does what we really want as Nigerians. But the question is that people will not say, maybe it's a wishful thinking, but with the setting that we have now, it's going to be difficult for somebody to be able to change the narratives. And the narrative that can, that people can really understand is either restructuring or let everybody go their separate way, according to what Ayo Adebanjo is saying. Because the whole thing is just confusing. Some people are in the school of thought of, oh, what are you saying? All of those bad eggs that you think that are in the one Nigeria, they will still go back to their region and they will begin the same bad character, the same attitude they are bringing from that one Nigeria. That is still going to be the same thing. It's not going to change anything. It's not going to change anything. Okay, where do we now move from here? Because as I said, the whole thing is just confusing. Where do we move from here? If you come in this manner, they will say no. Come in that line, they will say no. Okay, let's be here. Let's do the right thing. They are not doing the right thing. So where do we move from here? How do we move from here as a nation? Because some people will still tell you, okay, yeah, even if they restructure, it's still going to happen because of this marginalization. It's still going to be taking place at different regions. Now they want Nigeria do the right thing. It's not working because nepotism, tribalism, favoritism is the order of the day, and it's not starting now. It has started a long time before now, and it's just like this present government is just trying to escalate the whole thing. It's been like that before now, but they have come to escalate it and they don't even care. They don't even care whether you complain from that eternity. Now the one that is coming for, okay, let us have a good governance. They said, oh, you are not supposed to do that. You are not supposed to do that because you contested for election, that it will not, you are not the right person to call for good governance. They're not even talking about the good governance, but they are just holding on to something else because they don't want to act on the good governance or the things that they've been called out for to amend their ways. They don't want to do that. The same like one Nigeria you're talking about, the things that have been listed, why can't you do those things? Why can't you look into all of those things? They will tell you they are working. Like I always say, there's no government. There is no government in the world or any administration that will not, pinpoint one or two things that they are doing. But the degree of what they are doing is what we are talking about in Nigeria. Somebody will say, oh, road. There's no government that will not do some parts of the road, even if the road is not going to last forever. Maybe after 6 months, it will come back again. There's no government that will not say, being involved in one project or the other. They will. So all this boboing that, okay, but they are trying their best. But this best is not enough at all. It's not even at all. It's not even near good in the first place. Not to talk of a better, let alone best. So that's what we are talking about. Because at the end of the day, they are all smiling. These so-called people who are clamoring for one Nigeria, they are smiling to the banks. They are smiling to the banks, while the other ones are crying day in, day out in agony. So Ajadibajo say, if you know that restructuring is not going to work, then let's divide the country. Of course, you know what their response is going to be. What their response, definitely what it will be. Someone says, to divide the country is not the best. If you are complaining of Nigeria, what of India that consists of many languages and many tribes and culture? Think before reacting. Somebody say, very interesting. So Yorubas can now speak up, Abi. Honestly, I love this. Sir, I support you. Can we get more people who can rise up from Yoruba to voice out like Pa Ayo? Someone say Buhari wants Nigeria resources, not unity. These so-called old people have been calling for restructuring all the time. If you give them even their state to govern, they won't be able to govern well at all. They are full of bias and religious sentiments. The question is, are you the leaders of all Yorubas or a can or Yorubas? Or a can of Yorubas? And, a lot of replies, from this statement. Someone said, I don't blame you. Your name na Adamu. So you can reason that way. Give us first and see before you talk about whether you can govern or not. Someone say you are gullible. Go. You lack home training to call Pa your Adebanjo hoodful. You are a Nigerian delinquent and derelict. Get lost. Are you not the same politicians that convinced the military to leave the old British system of government and embrace American system of government? Today, the same old people are saying we should go back to the old system that was rejected by the same you. Get sense. And he got this reply that, young man, if you don't understand what you are saying yourself, then close your mouth. Like seriously, are you Adebanjo, politician? I don't get. Get it now. Pure is a pure politician. And like I said, how do we move from here? Because different people with different mindsets, and it goes like that. And these people who are talking, they are millions, they are in their millions, they are in their hundreds that think in the same different way in this direction. So guys, I would like to hear from you what you think about what Epayo Adebanjo has said. Leave your comments below and let's learn from